Unit 77th Unit, neighbor dispute, 31 West 48th Street. Subject is a male, black, approximately 60 years old, wearing a blue sweater, black shorts, possibly under the influence, yielding, throwing items, objects at PR. Square 2 incident 3428 or 1204. Hold on, please, you can put that last call on my screen.
Joe Britton, you need to step out of the house with your hands up. Joe Britton, or we're coming in to get you. You need to step out of the house with your hands up. Joe Britton, step out of the house with your hands up. Open the door. He said he's going to get his gun.
You guys want to back up?
All right. Hey, back up. Bring it. Bring it. You're good.
Hey, get some cover.
Get some cover. All right, he said he was going to get his gun. Yep.
Joe, I'm telling you, sir, I have all the respect for you, what you did for this country, but I need you to come out here, or I'm going to use more force to get you outside that location, Joe. I do not want you to get hurt.
He's at the window.
You're an idiot. Hey, Joe. What? I know you're bad, but I'm telling you. I'm not in bed. I'm talking to you, stupid. I know you're talking to me, Joe. Well, go to hell. Well, I'll move in. Hey, Joe, I do not want to hurt you. All I want you to do is come downstairs. I'm glad you don't want to hurt me, Joe. I don't want to be hurt today.
See where we went? No, you were low. Oh, you were right on the frame.
You want me to go from... Oh! Shit! Let's go. Fire. We have a fire. Right here. You got movement right here. Movement in the alley. You got it, brother.
Okay, he's coming.
He's coming. Let him have it. Come here. This way, Joe. Okay, he's crawling back left. He's going back left.
We need a change over here. Hey.
Come here, Joe. Hey, Joe, come here. Hit him.
Joe. He came towards you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Get him over here. Hey.
Get him.
Anything? Well, I think it hit him, but it didn't do anything.
Joe.
Hey, somebody get a taser up here. He's right around the corner. Okay.
Hey, give me a taser.
He's coming through the opening.
Get out, Joe. Exit out. Exit out, Joe. Joe. I don't want to hurt you, Joe. You need to exit, Joe. You need to exit, Joe. I'm not blocking you, am I? Joe, you need to exit. Joe, he's coming back towards you.
He's not moving. Hit the trigger again.
I am.
There we go.
Come out, Joe. If we can move up, can we move up on this side?
Come up this way.
Okay.
They're moving on the left. They're moving on the left. Hold, hold.
Hold on the right. Hold.
Stop resisting.
Get on your stomach. Shut up, no. Oh, no. Hey. Oh, no, God. Oh, no, God, no. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ah! Hang on.
Hello, I'm Captain Giselle Espinoza of Media Relations Division of the Los Angeles Police Department. I'm going to give you a brief overview of an incident that began on August 19, 2019 at around 1:40 p.m. Officers from 77th Division responded to a radio call of a neighbor dispute in the 1300 block of West 48th Street. The suspect in this incident was later identified as Joe Britton. Before going to the house described in the radio call, officers talked to several neighbors who described how Britton threatened to kill them and threw a metal chair at one of the victims, narrowly missing him. The officers took several police reports for felony assault with a deadly weapon. The officers tried to make contact with Britton by positioning a police vehicle in front of his house and using the microphone to order Britton out of the house, but Britton did not respond. The officers formulated a plan to approach Britton's house and arrest him for the crimes he allegedly committed. As the officers attempted to enter the residence to take Britton into custody, he threatened the officers and they immediately backed away. The officers secured the area and requested for additional resources. The Special Weapons and Tactics Team, also known as S.W.A.T. and Crisis Negotiation Team, was called in. Crisis negotiators tried to get Britton to come out of his house for approximately 2 hours. As part of the tactical plan and for the overall safety of the officers and the community, officers deployed tear gas into Britton's residence before they went in to arrest him, with the hope that he would come out peacefully. Ultimately, the SWAT team officers entered the residence, hoping to take Britton into custody. After a thorough search of the first floor of the residence, it was determined that Britton was probably hiding somewhere on the second floor or in the attic of the home. One of the officers who was covering an opening in the ceiling on the first floor spotted the suspect in the second floor crawl space, and that is when an officer-involved shooting occurred. Britton was not struck by the gunfire. The officers then entered the attic space on the second floor of the house to locate Britton. They tried to take him into custody, but he continued to move around the attic. Officers deployed a 40mm launcher in an attempt to take Britton into custody. They tried to take him into custody, and that's when an officer fired his taser, which did not affect Britton. Officers are authorized to use less lethal force options, such as the taser, on suspects who are violent or who pose an immediate threat to themselves or others. Britton refused to comply and continued to swing his arms and kick at the officers. That is when another officer fired his taser at Britton. Investigators recovered a shotgun, a rifle, and a handgun from the second floor. Joe Britton is a 65-year-old resident of Los Angeles with convictions for domestic violence. He had one prior contact with our mental evaluation unit, and he does not have any gang affiliation. Mr. Britton was transported by the Los Angeles Fire Department to a local hospital where he was treated for minor injuries sustained from being struck by the taser and the 40mm projectile. Britton was cleared for booking by the attending physician. On August 22, 2019, the District Attorney's Office filed 1 count of 422A PC, criminal threats, 1 count of 245D1 PC, assault on a peace officer, and 3 counts of 245A1 PC, assault with a deadly weapon.